Good afternoon and welcome to the NCAA March Madness Postgame Press Conference featuring Loyola University Chicago. We're going to start here with Coach Porter Moser, and I want to thank you for participating. Just a few reminders before we hear from it with an opening statement from Coach, that if you would like to ask him a question, please raise your hand using the raise hand function in Zoom. And when you're called upon, I would ask you to please state your name and affiliation again. And I'll apologize up front. If I mispronounce anyone's name, I will do my best. So, Coach, I'm going to turn it over to you for a brief opening statement, please.
I want to give Coach Tinkle and his staff and his team, credit for a victory advancing. He does such a nice job. Those kids play hard. They play the right way. So I want to give congratulations to them to open up. Very hard scene in our locker room. The kids cared so much, invested so much. Very tough when it comes to an end.
All right, thank you, Coach. We're going to start first with Dion Miller. Dion is with ABC 7. Dion, if you could please open your mic and ask your question.
Porter, obviously very emotional for you. You said it was a tough scene in the locker room. What do you tell your guys after an uncharacteristic game like this ends their season earlier than they anticipated?
Well, one told them to head their heads out. I told them to take all the towels off their head, look up, raise your head. The way they represented it, I sit them every year. I talk about it to start in the off season with the new guys and the old guys. I say, you're representing the name on the front of that jersey. We've established a culture that there's a lot that goes into representing that, and they did everything on and off the floor you could ask for representing that. The senior group, I talked about senior group in 2018 changing the direction of the program. This senior group changed it again to another level. You talk about leaving a wake of influence behind you. Those seniors, Lucas and Krutwig, the wake they leave for Loyola basketball. And we'll have conversations coming out here in the near future for them. But when you say uncharacteristic, I thought we played our tails off. I thought we did a lot of things. We didn't shoot the ball well. At one point, we were 1 for 13 from three. We missed some layups early. We missed some really good three looks that I think one or two of them changed. It would have been the direction of it. So uncharacteristically, we had low turnovers. We would have had a lot more assists. I thought we had some good looks, and we didn't shoot the three well. That to me, that was a big part of it. And they're big. Everyone you talk to said the exact same thing: is they're bigger in person than they are on film, and it is so true. They get that zone going, and they are huge. And it was tough to see on it at times, but I thought we kind of did some better things in the second half. Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, next we're going to turn to Cheryl Ray Stout with WBEZ from Chicago. Cheryl, if you could please unmute and ask your question.
Hi, Porter. You mentioned the zone defense. How difficult was that besides their size that was getting you guys out of their game?
Well, they're very big, and they were up top. They had some big guards up top. I mean, their point guard's 6'5". Their center's 7'1", and they're long. They were playing a 6'8" long four-man. But, man, I thought we got in the middle. I can just think of a handful of threes that we looked that are kind of go in. And we made a couple in that flurry late. But at one point we were 1 for 13, and then I think we were maybe 2 for 18 or something like that. And just, man, if you make a couple of those threes, a lot of things loosen up. And we just we didn't. We got Krut the ball a couple times down there. And anytime with the zone, if you can knock down some shots, I thought we were getting in the middle. We got down to the baseline a couple times. We got in the baseline of first half a number of times, and then they just kind of closed the wall. And when they wall you up, it's a big wall. I thought they did a nice job controlling the pace with their press in the first half. I thought we were a little more aggressive in the second, which we needed to be. And I thought our guys came out. So I thought we guarded. They made some tough shots at times. They made a really nice shot off that flare. They do a nice job.
All right, thank you. Next, we'll turn to Harry Schroeder. Harry, if you could please introduce yourself and identify your affiliation. Thank you.
Yeah, Harry Schrader, ValleyHoopsInsider.com. Porter, congratulations on a spectacular season and a great 3-4 year run with the guys. Can you put into words just what Luke and Cameron have meant to you and to the program?
Very hard, Harry, to put into words when you love two people like that and they gave everything unselfishly. I mean, you talk about the quintessential student athlete. I mean, the Mount Rushmores in our program. I mean, they're both like A students. They're both like A citizens. They're both, unbelievable players. I mean, just some of the toughness that Lucas. I mean, that one where he ripped the ball out of three people's hand and kicked it out for a three. I mean, Krutz. What those kids are winners. Toughness. They have the intangible. The intangible of a winner. And that's what you want to recruit, that's what you want to coach, and that's what you want to be friends with life. And I don't know what the future holds with them. Like I've said many times, everyone asked me about this extra year. I haven't spoke with them. I mean, there was an urgency about this year. And we made a heck of a run and fell short today. But these young men, who they are and what they mean to me in this program, no words as of now. They're unbelievable human beings.
All right, Coach. Next, we're going to turn to Kyle Brown with the Loyola Phoenix. Kyle, please unmute and ask your question.
Hey, Coach. Just wondering, I've seen your name pop up a lot with, job openings around the country. And I know it's fresh off the loss and the season, but have you given any thought to staying at Loyola or looking elsewhere?
Well, Kyle, you hit it right in the nail on the head. It's fresh off the loss. And this one stings. All of my thoughts are with these guys in this program. So, no, I haven't. And I just need to take a breath with these guys. And it's been very, very tough. When you build a relationship like that with these guys and you see the season end. So you hit the nail on the head. It's fresh off a loss, and I'm going to digest it with these guys.
Next up, Shannon Ryan with the Chicago Tribune. Shannon, the mic is yours.
Okay, thanks. Porter, I mean, I know today didn't go how you guys wanted, but to be in the Sweet 16 twice in 4 seasons, just what do you think that means for the stature of your program, the legitimacy of what Loyola is and where it can continue to go, perhaps?
It's just your standards and your expectations, where you want to go as a program. I mean, people thought, and we fell short of getting back to where we were and farther. But, man, it wasn't because of a lack of effort or of a lack of doing a lot of things. The standards, I think, that we've set, I think people see the Loyola name now, and I think they think different things about it than they did, 6, 7, 8 years ago. So a lot to be proud of. I mean, we're going to look back on this, and I know we'll look back on this. It's just tough because it's hard to give up. You invested so much, you believe in so much, some things here and there hard to digest right now and put into words because you're hurting. These kids are hurting because you have dreams, and when they come to an end, it's tough. It's tough. But I hang my head high and just so these young men should be so proud. They'll be remembered. We'll be bonded for life. I mean, they what they do and what they represent and how they do things, and to get back to the Sweet 16 when everyone didn't think so, except us. It's tough to end. It's tough to end because but we will look back.
Next up, we have Greg Doyle. Greg Doyle is with the Indianapolis Star. Greg, please unmute and ask your question.
Yeah, Porter. Hi. I know you were asked a question about this, but they give me one question. I got one shot, and then this is it. You know the deal. Every coach, every opening in the Midwest, they're going to look at you. IU has one. If and when they call you, are you going to tell them you're interested in talking or not?
Like I said, Greg, and I'm sorry you get one question, and you had to use it on that one because, I need to digest this. I've had my blinders on and given 110% of Porter Moser to this Rambler team. So I've blocked out the noise. I just need time to digest this, and with these guys, And so that's all I can tell you right now is I had blinders on. I know a lot of things were swirling outside around me. I can't help that. I can't control that. The only thing that I was focusing on is giving 110% of my preparation, my energy, my love to these players through this time. And now I just need to sit back and just digest it for a second.
Thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
Next up, also from the Phoenix, we have Abby Schnabel. Abby?
Hi, Porter. Abby Schnabel, Loyola Phoenix. I was just wondering if you can touch on what's to come for this team, the future of the team, whether or not Cameron and Lucas stay or whoever stays. Just where's the ceiling for this team in the future?
Well, that's what's great. Every team can create their new identity. We got some really good young players here. Some that has so much value that you couldn't see in their minutes played, just because we were a deep older team. We have some really good young players here. We got some really good recruits coming in. So, I just think we're going to, sustaining it. That's been a big thing. I mean, we only had 2 players from our Final Four team on this team, all new guys. And that's the thing, is recruiting to this culture, recruiting to this program. And I think that's something that, the future's bright. The future's bright because when you establish the culture and the way things, that's going to be a benefit of Krut and Lucas and all those guys that, 4 years ago, Clayton Custer, Dante Ingram, Marcus Towns, Ben Richardson's, Andre Jackson's poured into the younger guys. And then now where they've had their chance. And now it's the same thing with those guys. Like I said, we haven't had those conversations yet about, whether they're going to use their option to come back or not. It's going to be, my advice is it's going to be all about what's the best for them. And if they want to, that's a great thing for Loyola basketball. If they don't, it's a great thing because they left their imprint on this program.
All right, Coach, we're going to circle back for our last question today to Stephen Greenberg. Stephen?
Is hard, famously hard in this event. It's always sad. But maybe in 2018, you approximated a championship of sorts by getting to the Final Four, cutting down nets and all that. When it ends more suddenly, maybe more, I don't know if it's, if you went out there today and you think, well, we got a great chance to win today. Is it different that it's just the suddenness of it, the harshness of it on a day like today?
The pain's real. The pain's the same. I mean, we go in there chasing every game. We didn't take our foot off the pedal or anything. We're playing the Pac-12 tournament champions. I mean, we had a lot of respect. We knew that. And same thing when we played Illinois. A lot of people didn't expect us to win that. And we believed we can win. And, we believed we could win today. And we didn't. And hats off to Oregon State. And so that's, when we lost to Michigan in the Final Four, I had just a pit in my gut that coaching that group's over, that we didn't win the national championship. I had that same feeling today, but so thankful that these guys, what they invested, especially through this year, what they've had to overcome, the twists and turns through this whole year, to get back here, to get here, and to do what we did the first 2 games, beating the ACC champs and the Big Ten champs, and we fell short against the Pac-12 champs. So, there's always a pit in your stomach right now. I mean, that's why we're in it. We're in it to advance. So I don't know how else to answer that question. Is we gave it our all. We were thinking, I'll look back on the year and dwell on it, but when you lose, the finality of every season is tough.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Coach, for your time today. We really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.
If you are going to have a question for our player who will be joining us, which is Cameron Krutwig, please go ahead and raise your hand, and we'll get started with these questions here in just a moment. Thank you very much. We are now joined at the podium here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse by Cameron Krutwig. Cameron, we're going to start today with a question from Shannon Ryan from the Chicago Tribune. Shannon?
Okay, thanks, Cam. When you checked out, you and Lucas had a really long embrace, and just wondering if you could share what that moment was like and what you guys, shared with each other there.
Yeah, I just told him I loved him and stuff, and I mean, it's just kind of hard to put into words, the type of stuff, roommates the last 2 years, just a lot of memories with him that I'll have and everything, and, it's tough, so just told him I loved him and everything, and just, yeah.
All right, our next question comes from Dion Miller. Dion is with ABC 7.
Cam, can you sum up just the emotions you're feeling right now as the season has and your year has come to such an abrupt end today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're disappointed, sad. Just we felt like we could go further. Credit to Oregon State. I mean, they played a good game. First half we didn't really, come out and we couldn't really make shots today. It wasn't. We got great looks, great open looks. They just kind of weren't falling today. Their defense, they played a zone a little bit. Just wasn't enough today for us. Obviously sad. Locker room scene was pretty tough. Just those guys you make memories with and everything. You don't want it to end, but it's just tough right now. But we'll look back on this season and have a lot of memories, and especially what we did coming from my junior year to now. Getting bounced in the first round of Arch Madness to making the Sweet 16 and everything. So. We'll have a lot of memories to look back on, but as of right now, it definitely hurts.
Our next question today comes from Cheryl Raystout with WBEZ of Chicago. Cheryl?
Yes, this is Cheryl Raystout, WBEZ Radio. Cam, even when you guys got down to double-digit deficit, it seemed like you guys still had the fight. You still were in the game. What was going on that you were unable to get over the hump?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we had some opportunities there. There was a loose ball, and Braden got a wide open look that he probably wants back. He probably makes that shot 7 out of 10 times. It's just we just couldn't find it. We didn't go away like you said. Just try to keep in the fight and everything and play to the horn. But we got great looks. I mean, I don't know what we shot from 3, but. Not to blame anything or anything, you never want to miss, but, it just wasn't falling, wasn't our night. They played, they made some big shots and we kind of didn't. So, myself included have a couple I would like back, but, right now it's just kind of that game will kind of fade off and the memories that we made and the celebrations and everything, those will remain. So.
Our next question today comes from Krista Rutch from CBS Chicago. Krista?
Hi, Cam. Krista from CBS 2. Question, have you given thought or have you made a decision if you will possibly come back next year for your extra year of eligibility?
No, I have not yet. Just right now, just trying to, enjoy the company of the guys, just the guys that we battled all year and everything like that. So, no, I haven't given any thought.
Our next question comes from Abby Schnabel of the Loyola Phoenix. Abby?
Cam, Abby Schnabel, Loyola Phoenix. I was wondering if you could just tell me, does this one hurt more than the Final Four one? Just like compare the two for me. Does it hurt more? Does it hurt less? Same feelings?
Yeah, I would say it hurts more just because, and I know when you're a freshman, obviously I took that loss hard, but I had 3 more years. Obviously I felt for those seniors and those guys. Just, obviously they were in the spot that I'm in right now, and it definitely hurts more just to know that, this was kind of my senior year and everything, and just the kind of group of guys that we had. It was shaping up. We were shaping up to be, trying to get back there. But, and I also think that it hurts more now just because this is the most recent one. Like I said earlier, that Michigan loss, it still hurts a little bit, but those memories that we made during the whole ride and everything mean way more than to know that we lost that game, and I'm sure that it will be the same, down the road.
All right, we're going to turn now to Harry Schrader. Harry, if you could please introduce yourself and your affiliation for Cameron. Thank you.
Yeah, Harry Schrader, ValleyHoopsInsider.com. Cam, congratulations on a great career and a great run this year. How have you grown, matured, changed through the Loyola culture / Porter's influence on your life?
Oh, that's a heavy one. Just from being a freshman, just tried to grow every year. Me and Coach and Luke really kind of built a special relationship and everything, and it was tough in there in the locker room. Just through it all, thick and thin. It's just tough to kind of put that into words, but I'm proud of the career I've had. I know Lucas is proud of the career he's had. So yeah.
All right, our last question for you, Cameron, is going to circle back with the Loyola Phoenix, and this time Kyle Brown. Kyle?
Hey, Cam. It seemed like, especially in the first half, Oregon State's defense was just really tough for you guys to kind of overcome. I know they looked like they were playing a lot of zone, and I know they're a pretty long team. But was there something specific that just made it difficult for you guys to get anything going on offense?
We didn't play with the pace we wanted to play with. We kind of let them slow us down a little bit. Honestly, we got a lot of good looks. I mean, if you go back and watch the tape, we got a lot of open threes. We just didn't make them. I got a couple open looks in the paint that I missed, especially in that second half. I don't know. I mean, they ran that zone. They do run it well, but I felt like we were getting our looks, getting open shots. We just didn't convert on them, and we really didn't play with the type of pace that we wanted to play with. And we kind of got the pace going a little bit more in the second half, and we started to kind of find our rhythm a little bit, but it was kind of too little too late. So.
All right, thanks for joining us at the podium today, Cameron. We appreciate your time. That's it for the postgame news conference from the home interview room at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. A transcript of the coach's interview will be provided by ASAP Sports at ncaa.com/transcript.